Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. Now if you caught my last video, I don't know if it's going to be my last video, but it's technically the last video that I filmed. I don't know what order I'm doing my videos for this next week or so, but I did these, so if you want to see that, catch that video, I will pop it in the little box here. But today I want to colour the eyes. I thought that would be a good idea doing it on camera just to show you how I do it. Now I am using a new to me pencil. The Derwent Lightfast pencils have very quickly become my top pencil over everything else. So I just want to pick out some colours. Now there isn't a massive array of greys here, so I think I'll go with Platinum, which some of these are going to need sharpening because I've not used them yet. So we've got Platinum and then Granite, which is sharpened. I'll just stick with them two because I like to use greys in the shadows of the eyes. Of course we'll need the white, we will need the black. I can't go ahead and do the eyelashes because I need to do the actual skin tone first, but it is just about the actual eyes, not the eyeball, colouring the eyeball. So for the actual colour of the eyes, I think a green's going to be nice. I think the green will complement very nicely the purples in the rest of the image. So I want quite a light one for the highlight, or I might go with a yellow for the highlights. Let me have a look. Yellow, actually I will use a yellow ochre for the highlights, and then I will use probably basil and then pine. So if I can find them, I'll just show you my pencil case. They are organised in order, so I don't know why I'm struggling finding the right colours. Are they named different or something? Pine, spruce green. Am I missing something? There you go, there's pine. And what was the other colour that I said? Pine and basil. Basil. And they should do for the eye. So I will sharpen these pencils and come back, because even though my pencil sharpener is brilliant, it's the Helix crank one, it's really loud, really incredibly loud. So they're all sharpened now and ready to go. Now I did have a bit of a mishap with this page in the printing process. It printed the image out fine on the 10-tone paper, but I'd spilt, it was either juice or water. I think I was doing a watercolour at the same time and I've splashed it, so I wasn't wasting the ink from the printer. Oh, fly, I've got the back door open. I've had a fly in my house for 2 days solid now and I can't get rid of it. So yeah, the colours run, unfortunately. I didn't want to waste the ink and I didn't want to waste the paper, so I just thought, you know what, I'm sure that I'll be able to cover it up. So I want to start with the actual whites of the eyes first. Now I'm going to use Platinum. I'm going to have to move it to the side a little bit just to make it a little bit more comfortable for myself. I'm going to colour over the whole of what would be the white of the eye, and you can see she's put a little bit of shadow in there so you can actually see where to place the shadows. Hopefully that's going to be close enough for you. So just a light layer of this. I'll do both of them at the same time while it's only a small area. Now I have a tendency of breaking my pencils. Doesn't matter how hard the lead is, I break them. So I am trying to be careful here because I want to keep the point as pointy as possible, basically, without breaking it. So that's the first layer on. Now we're with the darker grey. Whoops daisy, that's because the camera is so far down. I'm not used to it. So will you stop moving, camera? Thank you. So we've got granite. I thought that said graphite at first. Is that spelt wrong? No, it's not. So I'm going to add this in the darkest areas where that shadow was already there. But I will add a little bit of black over the top of this. just like that. And I forgot to pull the pink out. I do like adding a little bit of a pink as well. So that's enough. So I don't need them 2 colours now because I'll be using different ones. So for the pink, dusty pink, and it's sharpened, so that should be okay. Just a touch of this, and I mean a touch. The camera might not even pick it up, but just a really thin layer of a dusky light pink. Any sort of light pink will do. If it's a really pale pink, I would have a really light hand. Don't be pressing hard on it, because we have got naturally pinks in our eyes. It's not just white, so you want to try and make it as realistic as we can. So that should be enough. It's just a little bit, so in with the black, just to deepen up them shadows just a little bit more. And then when it comes to the skin tone, you can add your makeup and stuff around the eyes if you wanted to, which I might do with this one. And I might add like glitter and stuff on her face. I think that'd be beautiful. I don't know what it is about printing out on the Tantone paper. It just gives me inspiration. I wish that colouring boots, not more, I wish colouring boots, some of them had Tantone paper. That would be really nice. So that was just a really light layer of that. Now in with the white, and the very lightest point. Just a line of that like that. Now you can go in at this point and add, you know, your blender pencil or whatever it is that you use to blend out, but I don't think that needs it. I think that I'll be going over the top with that. So for the actual colour of the eyes, like I said, it's yellow ochre that I've picked, basil or basil, and pine, depending where you're from and how you say it. So my lightest colour, I want to keep at the bottom here, medium pressure. Same with this one. Now I might end up using that pencil again, we'll see. Now I know it's not showing up a lot because it's of the Tantone paper, but it will help with the effect that I want to achieve. So with my middle shade, where there would be shadow, that's where I'm adding it. But I've not finished with this colour yet, not finished. So around the edges, I want to follow the lines that are already there. A light layer. And then ever so slightly, pull the colour up and around, just to the centre. But making sure that you're leaving enough of that yellow ochre peeking through, just a little bit. Same thing with this one. So around the line art, then you're pulling the colour up really gently. Don't rush this part. And then the darkest shade is pine that I picked out. And it's a similar thing, but don't go over the whole of where you've popped the green down. You want to leave a little bit of that poking through, so you're just deepening it up ever so slightly. Now on this side. Again, turn your pencil as you go in to keep that point as sharp as possible. Back in with that middle shade of green. And you just need to keep adding layers until you're happy with the end result. And my dog's gone running outside. Back in with the yellow ochre, just to sort of blend that out. The joys of having animals when you're trying to film. So yeah, back in with that yellow ochre, just to do a bit of blending. I want to try and keep the centre empty for now. And I'm quite happy with the blend and everything on that. So I'll finish with them 3 pencils, and we need the black and the white again. So the white, I'm going to have to move the camera up again. Oh, unless... No, because I'll bob you. I'll bob you. Your circle of your highlight. Now you can go ahead and put your gel pen or your acrylic paint pen or whatever it is that you want. I'm just putting this in for now to see how I feel about it, and then I can possibly add that when I've done the black. So going around that, leaving the light area. Like that. I'm being really light-handed here, so that's why I went over so many times. But we'll add a little bit of darkness to the bottom here. So this is the point where I'd do the eyelashes, add a bit of eyeshadow, but like I said, I've not done the skin yet, and I'm not rushing this page because I'm really enjoying it. Now I am trying a new to me, tried it once before, tell a lie, the Uni paint marker. I'm just going to test it out on the page behind. It needs a shake, I think. It might be a bit too big this, the nib on this is actually too big than for what I want it for. So where is my usual one? It is here. This is one that I stand by, the Soonest brand. It's just as good, if not better, than a Posca pen, I think. And it's got a really fine tip on it as well. Really fine tip, so you can get in there with them details. So let's add a couple of highlights. So I'll add one dot just here, if the pen will listen to me. There we go. Another one there. And then I want to add a thin line just here, matching on this side, just to sort of give it like a glossy look. And then a tiny bit here, but I'll do like a squiggly line almost, just at the lightest points here. And the same thing on this side. We just add a little bit more. Sometimes this pen, because I've not used it for a little while, you just have to get it going, and once it's got going, it's fine. Let's go over these areas again. But that's her. I'm not going to fuss around with that. I'm not going to mess around. It's just really simple. So you've got your 2 greys and your black and your white for the whites of the eyes. I'm not technical, I don't know the terms for eyeballs, but then you've just got 3 colours for the actual, again, I don't know what it's called, the pupil, or is that the pupil, a little black thing? Not sure. But yeah, it's just, you know, it's really effective, but it's simple. I think it's simple to do, and this is more or less how I always do eyes, whether I want them to be, if I want them to be a little bit more cartoony, I won't do as much blending, and I probably wouldn't have added the pink and the extra grey. I just would have gone and made it quite simple. But if I'm going for the realistic eyes, this is what I tend to do. I just change up the colours of like the greens and the yellow ochres again, because I can't remember the name of the coloured areas. But if you did find this video helpful, just a mini video, a little mini tutorial, please do leave me a big thumbs up. Let me know in the comments if you're going to try this. I would love to see on Instagram. If you do try it, then please tag me and I can have a good nosy. But until my next video, take care of yourself. Bye.